Hello ladies and gentlemen, in this video we are going to see about a endogenic process. Okay, as already said in a previous video, endogenic process is nothing but uh, a forces that comes from the interior of earth. Okay, that forces that comes from a interior of a earth causes the change in the landform. Okay, change in the structure of a landform or change in the uh, physical characteristics of a landform. So that interior energy and that process that changes the landform is known as a endogenic process. Okay, so here the energy comes from the interior of the earth. Okay, energy generated by the radioactivity. So this energy is basically due to the radioactivity. Okay, radioactivity and heat that comes from a interior of a earth. Okay, so that also responsible for this endogenic forces and the endogenic process. Okay, this endogenic process was classified into two major types. One is the diastrophism and another one is a volcanism. Okay, so the diastrophism was classified into four major types. Okay, first one is a orogenic process. Okay, what is the meaning of orogenic process? Is that it is a mountain building process. Okay, we are seeing mountains. Okay, these mountains was created by means of a orogenic process through folding, faulting, etc., due to tensional and compression forces. Okay, what happens due to the tension is that there is a tectonic plate or a crust. What happens when the tension happens is that when two plates moves away from each other, it creates a tension. When the crust was the tension was acted on a crust when two plates move away from each other. So here, due to the tension, a fault line was happened. A fault was created. Okay, so here the fault was created. These places will be higher than that of these places. A fault like this will be created. So these places will be higher than that of these fault. This is created why? Because of a tension. Okay, a tension was happened in crystal rocks. So this is responsible for the creation of a fault line, which is a lower altitude than that of a surrounding place. So these places will be higher than that of these fault line, and which is responsible for the creation of a mountain like this. Next one is the compression forces. Okay, the tensional forces are responsible for the creation of a Narmada Valley. The compression forces, due to the compression forces, what happens is that when two plates are compresses, what happens due to the compression is that when two plates collide each other, a folding was happen. The crust becomes folded. If you take for example, if you have a piece of a paper, if you fold two papers, one paper will fold another paper. Okay, likewise the crystal rocks will fold each other. So due to the fold here, the mountain building process was happened due to the compression. When two plates compress each other, the folding of a crystal rocks was happened. So this fold gradually will become a mountain. So the Himalayas, we know Himalayas. So Himalayas was created due to the compression forces. Okay, so this is what is known as a orogenic process or a mountain building process. Next one is a epirogenic process. So epirogenic process is nothing but a continental building process. Okay, it was a creation of a continents. How it happens is that which involves a upliftment or a depression of a crust at a continental scale, which moves the crustal rocks in a vertical and a radial direction. So what happens in a epirogenic process is that here the two plates come in a orogenic process, either the two plates compress each other or a tension will be created. In a epirogenic process, what happens is that the crust was moves above or in a radial direction. Okay, take for example, this is a landform. Here the crust was move above and in all the radial direction. So what happens when this crust was move above? So when the force is applied on this crust, different continents will be created, different landforms will be created. Okay, so upliftment or a depression of a crust, not only the upliftment, whenever the depression also happen, when depression happens, what happens is that a different continental levels was created due to the depression forces that was acted on the uh, crustal rocks. So these will create a continents, different continents. Okay, the plate will get separated and the different continents will be created. So this is process is known as a epirogenic process. Next one is the earthquake. So earthquake also is a uh, endogenic forces. Earthquake happens due to the endogenic forces due to the sudden movement of a crustal rocks. Okay, whenever the sudden movements of a crustal rocks, there will be a earthquake. So earthquakes happens due to sudden movements of a crustal rocks and is associated with the boundaries. So in a previous video, we have seen that what is the boundary is that it is the edge of a two it is the edge of a tectonic plate. Boundary is nothing but a edge of a tectonic plate. So earthquakes was basically associated with these boundaries. So at the edge of a or the boundary of a tectonic plate, there will be a frequent earthquake. Next one is a plate tectonics. So we have already seen about a plate tectonics in a previous videos. It is a horizontal movement of a crustal plates. Okay, the earth consists of a different plates. So whenever these plates moves in a horizontal direction, and that theory is known as a plate tectonics. We have already discussed about it in a previous videos. So this is what is known as a diastrophism. Okay, next one we are going to see about is a volcanism. Volcanism is nothing but a upcoming magma from a asthenosphere. So earth was basically divided into three major parts. At the interior there is a core, and above that mantle, and the last crust. So this mantle consists of a weak layer, which is nothing but a asthenosphere. So the asthenosphere consists of a magma. So this magma from a asthenosphere will come above, which creates a volcano. So this volcano is responsible for the formation of a new crustal rocks. So this is what is known as the endogenic forces and endogenic process. Thank you.